Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, the Board Game Society. Today, I present the rules of the game, Lords of Waterdeep, the solitaire version. For the solo challenge, we use the same setting as a game for 2 players. For this video, the virtual player will choose the red player, and we will use the yellow player. Virtual red player goes first and start with 4 gold pieces. The yellow player will get 5 gold to start the game. Shuffle the quests cards and deal 2 cards face up to each player. Shuffle the intrigue cards and deal 2 cards face up to your player. The virtual player do not receive any intrigue card. During the game, if the virtual player needs to pick up a intrigue card, he will take a Lord's card instead and keep it face down until the final scoring. For the virtual player, it is possible to have many Lord's cards at the end of the game. Each Lord's card grants bonus victory point for meeting certain conditions during the final scoring. If 2 or more Lords have the same condition, like here, the Arcana quest, the bonus point will be added. For his first quest, the virtual player will choose the quest with the most victory point. For this example, he will choose the quest, Raid on Under Mountain, with a reward of 20 VP and 2 gold. To complete his quest, he will assist his agent in the same order of the requires of the quest. For his first quest, he will choose a cleric, a white cube, 2 fighters, orange cube, 4 rogues, black cube, and a wizard, purple cube, in that order. As a first player, the red opponent will assign his agent to the plinth to recruit 1 cleric from the supply. For our first move, since we have 2 warfare quests, we want to accomplish the plot quest first. The plot quest have ongoing effect that give us a bonus of 2 VP for all the others warfare quests. For his second move, the virtual player need 2 fighters for his quest. Since we take the Field of Triumph spot, he need to check for his next available move for 2 rogues. For our turn, we don't have any available place to recruit for our quest. Then we decide to go to the Builder's Hall. Benefit: once a new building is in play, it is available for anyone to assign an agent to, just like any other building on the game board. However, when someone other than the owner assigns an agent to that building's action space, the owner gains the benefit described in the tiles owner line. I score the VP on that building. The virtual player always check his requires in the same order of the quest. Since we have a new building on the board and he need a fighter, he will go to recruit in that building for a fighter, a rogue, and 2 golds. The player will go to the Waterdeep Harbor to play a intrigue card, the mandatory quest, Fend Off Bandits, which you play on opponent to hinder his plan. The virtual player cannot complete other quests until he has completed the mandatory quests. For his last move, The red player check his requires for his new mandatory quest and need a fighter and a wizard to complete it. Only the Blackstaff Tower is available, then he will recruit a wizard and take a purple cube. We will go to the Aurora's Realms shop to take 4 gold from the supply. After all agents have been assigned in the round, each player with an agent in Waterdeep Harbor reassigns that agent to another action space. In effect, that player takes an additional turn with that agent. The yellow player will go to the castle to take the first marker player and draw 1 intrigue card. And that's the end of the first round. As the first player, we will recruit 2 fighters at the Field of Triumph. The red player also need a fighter to complete the mandatory quest. He will go to our building. Now, the virtual player can complete his quest with 2 fighters and 1 wizard for 2 victory point. The yellow player will go to the plinth to recruit the cleric we need to complete our first quest. With the help of our 4 fighters and the new cleric, we can complete the plot quest that give us 8 VP, plus 2 more VP for our next warfare quests. Back to the virtual player with his quest under mountain. He already have his cleric. He need 2 fighters but they are not available. He have also enough rogue for the quest, 4. So he will go to the last spot, the wizard purple cube. For our turn, we will recruit 2 more rogues. Since there is no place available to recruit more adventurers for our 2 quests, the virtual player will always go to the Cliff Watch Inn to select a new quest by taking the most left spot at that building. For his next movements, the red player will turn around the city clockwise to the next place available after the Cliff Watch. The virtual player will always select the quest with the most victory point. In case of a tie, he will take the easiest quest to complete according to the resources already available. The new quest will be placed in order according to the most VP first. We will take more money if we want to go to the Builder's Hall. For his last move, the red player will take the next available spot clockwise after the Cliff Watch Inn. He will not put a second agent at this spot. Since the rogue, the cleric and the money are not available, he will go to the Builder's Hall. At this spot, he will always build the most expensive building according to his money. If 2 buildings with the same value are on the market, he will take the one with the most VP. And score the VP coming with the building. If a other agent would be available for the red player, he would continue to turn around clockwise to the next spot available. But, since he have no intrigue card, he did not stop at the Waterdeep Harbor because he can't play a intrigue card. He would take the first player marker at the castle and draw a secret lord card instead of a intrigue card. During the game, if the virtual player have completed all his quests, his next move would be to take a new quest at the Cliff Watch Inn at the most left available spot. If the yellow player use a opponent's building, the owner's bonus will be the next resources required to complete his quest. If no resources are helpful, he will take the first one right on the building. During the game, if the virtual player have enough resources to complete a secondary quest, he will keep his resources until he complete his first quest, the one with the most VP. Also, if the opponent complete a quest like this one, steal Spielbook from Silverhand, he would score 7 victory points, would take 4 gold pieces and would draw 2 random Lord cards instead of the intrigue cards right on the quest. The game ends after 8 rounds of play. At the end of the 8th round, perform final scoring for each player. Each player counts up VP and advances his or her scoring marker accordingly. Add a bonus of 1 VP for each adventurer in your tavern plus another VP for every 2 gold, rounding down. Afterward, reveal the Lord's cards for the virtual player and count his bonus. To win, you need a better score than the opponent. Send me your scoring and I will do a leaderboard available on the YouTube channel. For now, it's your turn to play.